Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Europa Universalis 4, where we are going to be playing the Golden Century. So, I did promise at the end of the previous episode that we would talk about the ideas in this episode. What I've actually done is talked for like 15 minutes about the ideas and done a really quite detailed breakdown of them, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to split this out and put this into a new episode, so check that out. That will be uploaded separately to this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it during the embargo period, but it will definitely be up by Tuesday when this game is released to you guys. So if you want to see in detail the differences and ideas, then you can do that. Otherwise, let's get on with this game. So what is happening at the moment? We are still trying to earn ourselves a bit of monies. We've got manpower, which is rising nicely. Sailors still being lost, but that's because we have a fair few ships out protecting trade. And unfortunately, these two are still not trying to fight each other. Malafali, that's those guys. Who we could also try to ally with. Like... Oh, Kilwa's claim. How's Kilwa? Oh, Kilwa does have that. Interesting. And you're allied to Imerina. I'm wondering if I can improve relations with you sufficient. No, I can't, because you want territories and I also rivaled you. I think I might actually try and get an alliance with you. You're allied to both of them. That's playing with fire. And now if you ally with me, you're going to be allied with all three rival nations. That's really playing with fire. I don't think I'm going to do that as a matter of priority, however. Tax modifier plus 20%. Go on then. I accept. This is really feeling like a Mexican standoff. Who's going to break first? Who's going to declare the first war? Ooh. And my dude's returned, so we can start raising relations with them. Actually, another thing I could do is just take a look to see who would actually accept an alliance. So Matapa and Makua would. Makua, not hugely useful for me. In fact, Matapa aren't either. Although Matapa are quite big. Problem is, they would draw me into a war probably against Kilwa. And that is not great. I've met the Maldives? I've met the Maldives. I don't think allying with India is going to be particularly useful either, because I don't think they would have the means to get to us. If it was someone in Indonesia, then yes, because they tend to have pretty hefty transport fleets. But the other guys don't, and unfortunately Matapa doesn't have a coastline, so the only one that they would be useful against would be Kilwa. No, not worth it. Trying to boost up relations with these guys and befriend them would, however, be useful, especially if I can grant them some of these guys' land, just to break them up a bit more, especially because they're inland, and I'm going to have to keep them alive. I'm going to have to keep somebody alive in here to take that territory, because I can't. What I might even want to do is vassalize these guys and then just release them. Give them that territory and then just go, enjoy, have fun. I'm definitely going to need to go to war with these at some point. Don't know when, don't know how. I'm not in a huge hurry, because I still need to get the reforms. Speaking of reforms, it's probably a good thing that I did not give more land out, because giving out land to estates means that their autonomy increases, which means that we lose reform progress efficiency. So it is actually a very good thing that we did not do that. Speaking of which, how's your devastation recovering? Yours is already recovered, because of course it has, because devastation means nothing. But it really makes a big difference if there's a fort there or not. Unfortunately, it's not possible to destroy a fort just for the purposes of increasing devastation like that. It is, however, possible to take forts and stop them doing that. Oh. Ajuran and Kilwa seem to be fighting. Ajuran are pretty big. Who did Kilwa go after? Oh, Mombasa. Kilwa and Safala. Mombasa. It looks like the Ajuran fleet's going to win, which is really good for us. That's going to take Kilwa time to recover from, so they're far less likely to be able to make it across the... What is this? Coast of Manabe. Mozambique Channel. They're not going to be able to make it over the Mozambique Channel to attack us. Now, probably. The people of Betz were pleased when Chief Iavi announced his marriage to Roshahira. At the time, little was said about her origin or her upbringing in Vohepeno. In most common folk, the Betz royals are a breed of their own. They care little for such details. So, the Queen's above reproach, or I try to divorce her. I get a new 563 consort, however. I am only 23 and so is she. It's not really worth doing. I'm going to say how dare they. Now, actually, here's a point. I don't know if heirs have genetics in this, like they do in CK2. I don't know if heirs' stats are at all related to the stats of their parents. I doubt it, however. I very much doubt it. And Antamoro, who are my main ally, would not like that. So I'm going to say no. Sorry. That may result in a little bit of unrest. Probably not, though, because everything here is pretty darn stable. I'm so tempted to send you up there and just start drilling. And there's a new heir, who I will keep. Cool. Although, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I probably should have named you after a subscriber. EU4, can we please have a rename option? It exists in CK2 and Stellaris now. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. For generals and rulers. Maybe even advisors. Though that one matters less. Antonosi, Berber. Right, let's just practice saying the name of our country. Betsimisaraka. 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 Okay, I'm getting there. Betsimisaraka. It's the new long hard name like Vijayanagar used to be. Vijayanagar. Keep forgetting the Y in the middle. No, the An. Vijayanagar. Betsimisaraka. We'll get there. One day I'll say that without even thinking about it. Today is not that day. I'm going to make my ruler... Am I going to make my ruler? Yes, I'm going to make my ruler a general. Good general. I'm going to have you drilling as well. I know this is likely to get him killed. Oh well. Because I don't want to spend military power. That's the main reason for this. He's also pretty good at fighting. A 3-3-1. Nice. At this stage of the game, that's really strong. Really, really strong. Such a good idea to make another cup of tea. Good tea. When I make just these single cups, I use rather more expensive tea. It makes such a big difference. Lovely. Sakalava have the goal to claim land as their own. Are you friendly enough where you would like an alliance? No. And with the minus 100, that's going to be really difficult to overcome. Even if we do manage to get amazing relations with you, which we're not going to be able to. Renaissance is here. Travellers speak of a great rebirth of old ideals in faraway lands. It's hard to treat such rumours seriously, though according to the reporters, great secrets have been uncovered by the thinkers of this Renaissance. So our tech costs are now going to go up to 100. Awesome. In the meantime, how is feudalism spreading? Not very quickly. And it's not spreading to any of our neighbours at all. I mean, one thing that we could do is advancement effort, though that will increase the cost of the province. Not sure that's going to be worth doing, because you're currently costing me 0.7. That'll plus 200% it, so you're going to be like 2 ducats. No, I think I'll pass. Thank you. And this is very risky. Like, as soon as war is declared, I'm going to have to stop these guys drilling and then just start running around. And hope that nobody catches me when I'm low on morale. We're not even going to be able to build sailor buildings. No docks. My maximum sailors is already higher because of my traditions. See, this is why the sailors are going to be really, really important for us. Because I feel like they have increased the sailor upkeep costs. Not just in Golden Century, I think they did that in Dharma. Because I've definitely had a lot more problems with sailors than I used to. Now, one thing that we could be doing is spending development to get bigger armies, although the dev cost is not cheap. And we have slaves who are worth nothing. Although one of the pirate abilities is to remove slavery throughout your nation. So that would be kind of interesting. What is... Wow, Madagascar is a slaving hotspot. East Africa has barely anything. Horn of Africa has a bit. And then everything here. I was hoping it would show me the chance of gaining other resources once we've got rid of slavery here in Madagascar, but unfortunately that's not a thing. I really want someone to go to war with you. I'm getting a little bit tired of waiting here. Come on. I don't want to do it myself because my ally would join them. What I need is these two to start fighting. I need you to declare war on them. For my ally to join you in the war, and then for me to declare war on you. Because then it's going to be you two versus me. Sorry, you two versus them versus me. And it's going to be 17,000 against their 9. Oh, General just got better at shock. Hell yes. Another benefit of this, we're going to have drilled units, and we are also going to have more professionalism. Although that is going to be rising really quite slowly. But then again, I am drilling my full army. So maybe not. Maybe not. What is my maximum? 1,508. That's quite a lot. Kot is planning to attack Venad. Kot has actually taken over Kandy already. And there's Venad. Mysore still alive? Mysore is still alive, though they have not done what they need to do to expand. And Kilwa is suffering uprising problems. They have made peace. Did they lose anything? No, they took Mombasa. So Kilwa has expanded, but is having uprising problems. And the Kilwa rebels are usually pretty big. Like, this is actually some pretty well-developed territory. It's expensive, it's wealthy. I do enjoy this. Don't want to drink it too quickly, though, because then it will run out. And then I won't be able to enjoy it anymore. Can't believe in my test game these two are fighting within seconds of starting. And here we are, 1452 already. I'm actually really running out of sailors, even though I'm only losing 3 a month. It's starting to add up. And even though you're friendly, you won't join. Well, actually, what will happen is if these go to war, you're going to have to pick sides. You'll have to break the alliance with one, and then I can snap up an alliance with you. Because you'll have big malices against the other guy, and you will have lost a minus 50% alliance malice, which would be lovely. It would be really quite strong. Kind of glad I've taken this risk. It's going to get me professionalism even if it does lose me my army. The more professionalism we have, the harder we fight. Siege ability, shock damage. It increases shock damage, which in our era is going to be useful. Although we don't have a huge number of cavalry to really make use of that. And fire damage isn't really a thing yet. Too early. Is there anything I could be doing with the estates? Seek support the clergy to get that. That would be a 25. That does increase your loyalty sufficiently that you wouldn't get really mad at me. So we'll go ahead and do that. Could ask you for money, though I think that it would be a better option to demand Diplo support. That will get you up to 25. Could also use the dev cost reduction from this. But no, I think I'm just going to go ahead and demand territory from you. And you could already get me some of this. I think we're going to go ahead and call the Diet just so we don't drop too low. And then the mill power. How far am I from Tech 4? Those guys are on 3. I wonder, is it faster to move from here to here or here to here? Not sure. I really need you guys to fight. Please. Do something. With this network of alliances, there's not a lot I can do. There's a very particular status quo here. It's a status quo I'd usually be quite proud of, because it's stopping anyone going to war with anyone else. I am now well advised. Well, I guess we will never be called Chief Ayave the Unready, because I actually reckon that the Unready moniker part of the name didn't actually mean that they were a terrible ruler or anything, it just meant unwoady, which means ill-advised. So it was Ethelred the ill-advised as opposed to Ethelred the terrible ruler, because he wasn't actually that bad. My heir will die! And I'll lose his stability. Damn it. Hopefully I can get another one. You're only 28. You should be still good to go. Rains fail again. Lose development for 5 years. Hope these guys are getting hit with that type of modifier. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. So what else is going on in the world? Unfortunately, there's not a huge amount we can see. The Mamluks have not fallen to the Ottomans yet. So was I right in saying that Ethiopia is smaller here now? Because I could have sworn that Ethiopia was quite a lot bigger. But I feel like they've lost a lot of land. I think Adal has already expanded a little bit. Maybe at Ethiopia's expense. Nope, they just have a claim. And I also feel like... oh man, he's even worse. I also feel like Hormuz didn't have the entire coastline. I'm sure that Oman used to. Because Oman has some amazing ideas, and they're all coastal. And now that Oman is completely inland, and this is from start, by the way, I double-checked that. It feels like Oman's taken a really big hit. Like, give them Muscat or something at least. Hormuz seems to be growing every time there's a new expansion out. Now just imagine that, like, Hormuz is actually playing the game, but they're playing the really, really, really long game, which means they expand every time the game gets a new expansion. Alright, we are basically out of sailors, so I think what I'm going to do is... I'm not going to cancel these guys, but I'm going to split them in half. And hopefully, half of the fleet can still be afforded. While the other half sits in port and recovers its sailors. We're gaining 1 sailor a month. Not quite what I had in mind, but okay. We are still making money, albeit barely. Although, at least now we can continue protecting trade indefinitely with 4 ships. This is why we really need to get some more development on the coast. Either through developing our coastline, or by stealing some. Which would mean you guys need to fight. Many land donations are quite old, and while they're always written down, both the landscape of the names may well have changed since a donation was originally written. So I can give Maro and Cetra to the clergy, or to the nobility, or I can say no to you both. I'm afraid that my answer is no to you both. Unfortunately, that does make you very unloyal, and you will be for a while. That does lose me money because we've lost our upkeep production. Sakalava discovered building a spy network. That's a point. How long does my claim last? 71. Quite a long time. They only have 7,000 men. You're at 6, you're at 4, you're also at 4. For a one province minor, 4,000 troops is actually pretty good. Really? Fine, I'll boost my stability. How's the drill? The drill is going to be good, so our armies are going to be noticeably stronger than the others. Because we're already going to have, we'll say, 10% extra shock damage. Plus the 0.6 shock damage from the professionalism. And also the fact that we have an excellent general. If there was a way that I could convince you not to join the war, I would declare on either of you. Actually, still another 4,000 men though. 10,000 against my 7, I don't fancy my chances. 7,000 against 7,000, I do fancy my chances if I pick the battle. Or if we can get you out in the open like this. Kilwa and Ajuran are fighting again. Oh no, that's not Kilwa, that's somebody else. Safala. Although, yeah, it's Kilwa. Probably going for Malindi. No, going for Partey. Interesting. They do share a sea zone, so they can do that. This is just Kilwa getting stronger and stronger while we're sitting here going, no! We will remain divided. And then Kilwa's just going to attack one of us, and there's not going to be very much that we can do against it. Our main defense against Kilwa is ships. And one thing we are sorely lacking right now are ships. Okay, so I could actually be a tech ahead of you. I can have the highly drilled troops, I can have the great general, and I can be a tech ahead. It might be worth going after these guys just so I can vassalize them. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building a spy network on you. That is going to be costing me a lot of military power though. And as soon as I declare war on these guys, they probably will too. Well, at least that'll break the stalemate. So there is that. Seven spy network. I think you should probably stop. Well, no, you've still got a ways to go, and I'd really like you to get as high a drill as possible. Because I think every little bit is going to count here. You hit 15, I'll move you. And that's in the hills, so we don't want to attack them, we want them to attack us. Basically want to provoke them into coming in here, where we will have the defensive bonus because there's a fort there. Our focus on mercantilism is making life hard for the merchants. I'm going to lose a bit of diplo power because I cannot afford to give up my merchants right now. Actually, speaking of which, I should probably come home. Don't want you getting sunk. Let's cancel you, group you, and I'm just going to sit you there mothballed for the time being. Okay. Still Tech 3. They're on Tech 4, so we're too late on that, but we do have the advantage on Amira. So we want to fabricate a claim on Marina. Then want to cancel that. Speed 3. Days passed. Declare war. We could call in our ally. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because this is probably going to stop you from calling the ally against me. If they decide to declare war on us. And they are going to call in Mafali, so you fighting them would be super helpful. In fact, I might even give Mafali to them. I did that in the wrong order, because now I'm going to be really low on morale. Let's see what you do. You're going down there. No, you're not. You're coming to my fort. Excellent. That's what I wanted to see. So as soon as you are locked in, I'm going to attack, which is now. River crossing shouldn't matter. It's a defensive fight. You're coming in as well. We should get here before you run. Battle is going to be 10th of May. You escape on the 22nd. We're good. And nope, they are not at war. They're just moving their troops. Stack wipe. And we got a morale damage, shock damage received reduction. That's amazing. That's really good. Right, I'm just going to leave a unit here because I don't want anyone to be raised against us. You're going to come up there. That's fine for now. If we need to head back there and defend, then we will. So Kavla attacked Malafali. Oh, really? And I'm going to guess that these guys said no. They did indeed say no. Okay. And you're going to go and take Mafali. Fantastic. Risky, but we did win. And then there's the reinforcements. Okay. I'm going to say that your job is to not move. That's your job, okay? You have one job. In fact, I have to take this, otherwise they will. And are you still allied to Sakala? Yes, you are. That's fine. Do you have more siege ability? You don't. So there's no point moving there. We'll just suffer attrition. What we might want to do is this, though. That is open land. We can do that. Not a problem. There is going to be a river crossing, but we outnumber them. We have our general. We have cavalry. This is going to be a slaughter. And we've got our first reform. So we can get the tax modifier and corruption or manpower modifier. I think we... I was going to say we probably want the manpower, but we've already got a fair amount. And once we have secured Madagascar, I'm not going to be able to do much until we've reformed our government and become a pirate, because we can't be too big. We're going to be in kind of holding mode to stop Kilwa from doing anything. So it's going to be a lot of just building Madagascar itself up, which the tax modifier would really help doing, and we could also debase currency every now and then use that corruption to pay it off. I'm going to take the civil society. I think that is going to be the more useful. Plus I'm losing money right now, but that's not a huge issue. This has been such a successful war. Can I declare war on you? I could, and that would break the alliance. You are on Tech 4, however, and you're building another unit. It's almost like you can see what's about to happen here. That is grasslands. There would be a river crossing for me going there. They do have a 2 shock versus my 4 shock. 2 cavalry versus my 1 cavalry. But we do have our buddy here. Although our buddy wouldn't join us in the war against them. So it would be their 8,000 against my 7,000. We do have the drill advantage. How much hate am I going to get if I turn you into a vassal? Barely any. How much do I already have? None. Because you took it all. I could break their alliance. That's the big thing here. The real question is, can I beat their 8,000 with my 7,000? I'm going to throw the dice here and say yes. Let them get their call to arms. Last two are allied with them, so I don't think I can piece these guys out, otherwise they'll just accept the call a bit later. If I can catch you in Basalmpi, I'll do so. Maybe even Ansalva. Their maneuver is level 3. There's going to be a river crossing kind of regardless of what happens here. Well, in that case, I'm going to go for their capital. It's grassland. It's going to have a river crossing probably. And then I think I'm also going to get an extra unit of soldiers just in case. Actually, let's not make that mercenary. Let's just make that regular. In that case, I'm going to afford 2. Because we'll be slightly over the force limit. We might need to take a loan or 2 in order to maintain this army. I'm not sure. Do you have siege ability? You don't. I got here first. The race is on. They have 4 ships there. I'm going to merge you guys together. I'm going to unmothball you. And I'm going to try and seize control of the sea there so I can get the blockade going. Now wait for Kilwa to go ahead and declare war on us. That would be kind of hilarious. Anyway, that is where this episode is going to have to end. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button. No, subscribe button so that you get notifications when I release more of this type of content. If you have really enjoyed this, then why don't you come and join us over on twitch.tv, where I will be continuing this series at 5 PM this evening, Saturday the 8th of December, GMT, at 5 PM, playing some more of this, because I really want to play more, but I really shouldn't. Really shouldn't. So, thank you very much for watching. Twitch.tv, go there, do that. If you've enjoyed this, then do consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/MordredViking. Seriously, any support you can offer over there is massively appreciated. This is my full-time job, and I kind of rely on you guys to pay my rent and my food and all of that type of thing. I do also have a Discord, which is where I hang out. It's where the community hangs out. They're a great bunch, and it's always lovely to have some more people come to join us. So you can find a link to that in the description below. And don't forget, you can find a video on the ideas that is going to be uploaded separately. I need to double check my embargo agreement as to whether I can upload that now, or if I'll need to wait until Tuesday for the actual game release. But that will be up, and it will be a fairly good talk over what's happened with the ideas. Anyway, that's it from me for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye!